What's up, y'all? It's your girl Nate Thrills, and this video is long overdue. I'm a busy girl, but I have fun. I got a lot of hobbies and I practice each one. Yeah. Song reference. Okay, but y'all, for real. This video is overdue. I was supposed to post a Q&A video like a year ago, and honestly, I put a poll on my story asking people for questions to answer in my YouTube video and never did it. And I promise y'all, it's not intentional. I'm just very busy, like I said, and I'm trying to go towards a lot. But with me going towards a lot, I get the same question over and over and over again. You know, I know I'm known, but I don't think it really be clicking to me that I'm as known as I am. So having to explain my origin and who I am as a person so people can understand me is low-key getting exhausting. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So we're gonna put it in a YouTube video so y'all can know. Y'all can really get a good feel of who Nate Thrills is. And yeah, maybe I will f me more, maybe I will f me less, who knows. But this video is just gonna basically be me telling y'all what I think y'all should know and what I think y'all want to know based on just the interactions that I get in person and the polls, the multiple polls that I put on my story. So yes, y'all can find out the many questions that y'all been asking.
Trust who? Trust me and I can set you free. Left your man can't.
Okay, so this is the storyline that I usually have to tell everybody when I meet them. And it's usually brought up because I'm listening to a song, don't know who wrote it, but I've heard it before. Somebody is referencing a movie that I've never seen. And it's like, girl, how you never seen that? Like, it could be a Madea movie and like, you've never seen that movie? And it's like, oh. All right, this is the story. So I grew up with my grandparents. I love my grandmother, rest in peace to her. She passed away 2022, which was my freshman year in college. And my grandfather. And they are and was very religious. Very strict and very religious. So they considered themselves to be Christians and holiness Christians. So, you know, when I grew up, I had to choose between wearing pants, but I couldn't wear jewelry and makeup, or if I wore jewelry and makeup, I had to wear dresses all the time, right? And honestly, it was gonna be, you had to wear dresses all the time and you couldn't wear jewelry and makeup regardless. But you know, me and my sister wanted to fight for our rights. I wasn't allowed to watch Disney Channel. I wasn't allowed to watch Nickelodeon. I wasn't allowed to watch BT. Everything I really watched, I snuck and watched it. I would watch it at my aunt's house, my other auntie's house. I would watch it at like a friend's house, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't allowed to listen to secular music, meaning I could only listen to Christian and gospel music. So, you know, music I listened to with other people, or I would have my headphones in. I wasn't allowed to dance growing up. If I got caught dancing, I would get my ass whooped. Excuse my French. I would get my booty whooped. Like, I wasn't allowed to dance. Unless it was praise dance. I could praise dance, but yes. I wasn't really allowed to go out with friends or sleep over at friends' house because they were scared that I was going to become worldly and like the world. I couldn't do sports. I literally have a suicide attempt. One of the main reasons being I wanted to be able to do sports and everybody else was allowed to do sports, and I just felt like I was missing out. I already couldn't hang out with friends, you know what I'm saying? I already couldn't watch stuff. I felt so lame, so out of it. So finally was able to play sports. I played every single sport in the fucking book that I could play, okay? I went to the same school from kindergarten until 12th grade, the same high school, and it was a small preparatory school. We had to wear uniforms, okay? We didn't have all the extra curriculums that other schools had. Like, we didn't have like a baby class in high school to teach you how to like raise kids. Like, we didn't have a lot of stuff, y'all. We didn't have a lot of the sports that other schools had. The only sports that we had was soccer, basketball, cheerleading, track, volleyball. That's it. Football, but you know I'm a girl. So then I'm from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Rocky Mount, North Carolina is a very small town. Nothing really there. Very rural, almost country. For real, like nothing. You know, so I don't come from much. already grounded, very sheltered, was a very bad child because I would sneak around. But I would be grounded a lot because I would get caught sneaking, doing a lot. I would get caught sneaking dancing. I would get caught listening to music. You know what I'm saying? I would get caught doing stuff that deems innocent, but in my household, it was a sin. In my household, I'm going against God. I get caught with lip gloss on, y'all. I have big lips. I hate going out with chapped lips. My lips are too big to be chapped. If I got caught with shiny lip gloss and not Carmex or not Vaseline or something like that, oh, I'm in trouble. Like, that's makeup. I have my ears pierced because of my mom, thanks to my mom. And if I would get caught with earrings in, oh, I'm in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I was always grounded for something. So while I'm in my room, I will be dancing. Social media was my outlet. So I gained 20K on Instagram because I will always be on Dub Smash. I will always be on Vine. I will always be on Triller. Just practicing my acting. I used to make little acting skit videos. Those used to blow up, not gonna lie. And I just used to be in my room dancing. And then my father has been locked up since I was 3 years old. So when he would call me on the house phone, me and my father would be writing music together, writing songs, rapping together. My mom makes music as well, so I would be with my mom freestyling, writing music. And then my grandma, the only thing that I was really allowed to do was modeling. So my grandma would put me into pageants or try to. I was a Belk's runway model. I was a JCPenney's runway model when I was younger, and I just used to be getting into like different modeling camps, different stuff like that. My grandma would get me into engineering camps because when I was younger, I thought I wanted to be an engineer, but that's like too much math. So she would get me into things, and it was fun. And then with my designer aspect, my grandmother, she used to make clothes heavily. She had a sewing machine. Actually, my first business that I had was making hair bows, like bows, and that's how I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur because I had that hair bow business, and it was so good making my own money. And then after I realized I really like making bows, I got into making clothes with my grandma. I asked her to show me how to use the sewing machine, and then after that, you know, I just fell in love with fashion and styling myself and making garments. So yes, literally fashion, modeling, dancing, rapping. I've been doing all of that since I was a very little girl, and I would practice my craft a lot because I was always home. I remember I had my best friend Madison back in elementary school. Shout out to you, Maddie, if you watch this video. But yes, my old best friend in elementary school was the reason I fell in love with dance more and more because she was on a dance team, and she had an opportunity to go to a dance camp, for DD4L. The Dancing Dolls, y'all. I was so excited because I used to sneak and watch the Dancing Dolls all the time. So I lied and told my grandma we was just going to Maryland for a little trip. But no, I was there dancing at the camp, and it was such a great experience. I was so honored. I was so excited to meet all of the Dancing Dolls. Like, that was a grand experience for me. And so when people see that on my story highlights, they're like, oh, you said you wasn't allowed to dance growing up, but you met the Dancing Dolls. Y'all, I snuck to meet them. Like, I was going to meet them. But because I had to sneak and do almost everything I was doing, it's like when I got to college, I knew I was gonna go full force and just go after everything I always loved. I joined Fashion Etc. I joined Fashion Etc. my freshman year to go after the fashion. I also joined CSA Caribbean Black Fire dance team. Yes, that was a great experience. Then after that dance and fashion aspect, I went on to try out for the Allure Pack dance team because I love hip hop. That's always been my favorite genre. I didn't make that team, so I went to Danica Dean & Co. Dance Studio in Greensboro, learned contemporary, and really got into more technique with some jazz and some other things a little bit. An amazing time. I'm so thankful for that experience. Finally ended up on the Allure Pack another year. I tried out again, stayed on the Allure Pack for a little bit, and then I bloomed to Couture Productions as I tried out for the modeling team. And then yeah, so those are all of the things I've been involved in. But as you can see, I've been going towards it. And then with my music, I had joined a local record label, Unique Sound and Soul. Unfortunately, I am about to become an independent artist again, but I've been working under them as a developing artist, trying to learn more about music and what it really takes to be an artist, because I love to write music and I love to rap, but I know I'm not sufficient at it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely joined them as a developing artist. And yes, I go after all of my talents, all of my hobbies, and I've been doing it forever. It's not a thing where, oh, I met someone who do it, now I want to try it. No, I claim to be a designer, I claim to be a rapper, I claim to be a dancer, and I claim to be a model because I am exactly that, and I've been that my whole life, okay? Do I like to try new things? Do I like to explore? Yes. Being that I am from a very, very, very small town, it makes me feel alive is traveling. That makes me feel alive, traveling. I love to experience new things. I love to see new things. I love to try new things, new hobbies. Anything that makes my adrenaline rush, I love it. I love it. Reason being, traveling, it shows you that there's so much more in life that you can obtain. If it wasn't for my Auntie Kobe, I probably wouldn't have traveled as much as I did when I was younger. And I did travel a lot. I'm very blessed and thankful for it. But because I traveled, I knew that, okay, Rocky Mount is not the only thing that's in store for me. There's more out there for me. And I'm meant to be put into bigger rooms. So it motivates me more to go harder towards my passions because I need to be able to have that life I experienced when I travel. Trying new things is fun. You experience new joys, new works of life, and how life works. And I love my adrenaline to pump because I've been in so many life-threatening situations. I have type 1 diabetes. I could die in any second, really. And it's like, I want to experience everything that God has in store for me here on this earth. And also because I've been in so many life-threatening situations, I should be dead right now. I've been in a shootout. I've seen my mom get shot. I had to defend myself. I really don't want to tell y'all all my business, but you know what I'm saying? I've been in so many car accidents and stuff and just situations where it's like, okay, I'm gonna try to kill myself. Like, I low-key feel invincible. So while I'm alive, I'm going to live it to my fullest and I'm going to try everything there is. And I don't see a limit. I don't have a niche because what is a niche? I do too much. My talent can't fit into one, okay? It cannot. More of the story is social media is my outlet to express my talents and what I love to do. And the way I cope in my environment with my traumatic childhood was dancing in my room, making music, going to the runways and the modeling practices that I was about to do. That's how I found myself. That's how I found my light. That's how other people knew that I was talented and that I had something to offer. So yes, that very, 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 very long introduction is exactly what I explain to everyone every single time I've been asked a question of that sort. And so y'all see why I had to make it into a music video, a YouTube video. But y'all guys,